So rolling vault. Um,
Why would a vault need to be rolling? That shit should be
He was
stable.
flabbergasted at the
It
beginning of
should
that
be
sentence.
locked
He
down,
was
safe.
flabbergasted.
What?
what's up, and welcome to another episode of the Los Wise Guys podcast. I am your host, Eslam, aka Raw God of the Sun, accompanied by Dan, Papa Sunkiller, and Disco, aka Emperor Disco. He's the metaphysical
Yeah.
right now, but
Ooh.
we are done with the unholy trinity, Disco, so we're going back to our original names. That
Oh,
unholy
yeah.
trinity was for horror month topics. Go check those out on youtube.com. We did a whole horror month themed episodes for the month of October. For all you podcast listeners out there, we have changed up our schedule a little bit. Now we will be releasing our new episodes on Friday instead of Monday. So I wanted to mention that. As always, if you like what you heard, don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Go like, subscribe, share, comment on our YouTube videos. Liking and subscribing are free for you to do and very helpful to us to grow our channel. And then go check out the Los Wise Guys website where we have more new content coming at you every day. But today we are bringing back a fan favorite, a topic that was started by none other than Dan Papa Sunkiller, Kayfabe Corner. Now, Dan, you want to explain a little bit about Kayfabe Corner?
Yeah. First off, I thought you were gonna say I invented architecture. Okay, so see all these buildings? That was me. Nah. Kayfabe Corner. That's where we take terminology from a certain subject. Kayfabe originating from pro wrestling slang or lingo. And I would mention a word to you guys in kayfabe, and we used to try to
Mhm.
see who got the closest answer, and we've
Yeah.
modified it over the years where I would throw Japanese pro wrestler names at you guys and see what we go. Where stay tuned for Powerbomb Weekly. You're gonna get a little bit of Japanese names coming at you today,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, so we would do that, and then we've done wrestling, we've done music theory, and we've done architecture. And Eslam, we're gonna be doing architecture again. You're gonna challenge the double D's, or we're gonna have the double D's
That's
challenging against
right.
each other.
Today's Kayfabe Corner is Architecture Edition. Now, if you don't know, I am an architect,
I invented that.
and huh?
I said I
Yes, that
invented that.
yeah, that Dan invented. So
Yeah.
I am an architect, and I'm bringing forth to you architecture terminology, and their job is to guess if it is a real architectural terminology or a fake one that I made up.
He's
I
going to
can't
be
wait
doing
to
his best to stump us, and I'm
yeah.
sure as heck he's going to do a pretty good job.
I can't wait to
Yeah,
hear about the swollen buttress or whatever the fuck it was.
The crawling
swollen
buttress.
buttress.
Swollen.
Yeah, swollen buttress is nice. I got to do that next
You
time.
might want to get that checked out.
Yeah, get your swollen buttress checked out.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But if you guys want to check out the one of the last kayfabe corners we did was an architecture slash music theory edition, where Disco and I went back and forth doing our thing, and we had to guess, and it's always a lot of fun because we make fun of the terms and
Yeah.
we get real silly. So go check that episode out.
Yep.
All right, but let's get started with today's main topic. All right, your first word um, is pastiche.
Damn, he
Your
pulling the
first
French
word
out real quick,
is
man.
pastiche.
The pastiche. I feel
Can
like
I
it's
can I do I know you spelled this correctly?
I did because I googled everything.
Okay.
I
Okay.
looked up
That's the answer I was looking
definitions,
for. Thank you.
and everything is spelled correctly.
Thank you. Pastiche. Can you use it in a sentence, please?
This is not spelling bee, so no, I cannot use it in a sentence.
Oh,
I built this pastiche.
I want this to be on the record. Aslam, you can go fuck yourself. So
Truth.
I
let's.
have many times, my friend. I have many
Oh
times.
yeah.
Yep.
He puts his pee in his butthole.
He's working the pastiche. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the pastiche right there.
You got to
I'm
add a
gonna.
little pastiche to the
I don't know why it reminds me of mustache a little.
Mm-hmm.
It's
moustache.
like I
It's
Okay.
that
feel like
CHA.
it's um the equivalent of a mustache, but in like a living room or something, like a fireplace mantle
Mhm.
has like a giant
It's
mustache.
see when you said that, I thought of a couch actually for some reason where it just curves at the end.
Oh, interesting.
That curve
Interesting.
makes
They
it
do have
fancy.
those, by the way.
Yeah, the pastiches. I know.
No, the couches that curve at the end.
Yes, sir. They're
Yeah.
called pastiches. I am well aware.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's real. I'm gonna say it's a
I'm gonna
real
say it's
thing.
real too. You know, I gotta test these waters.
We're gonna
All
bet.
right. So you both say it's real.
Yeah,
Final answers.
Yes, sir.
You are both correct. It
damn
is
right.
real,
Let's scout.
but you are nowhere near close to definition.
Mhm.
So pastiche disco was correct. It is French,
Mhm.
and
It's
it
a swarm of
means
bricks.
no. It's an artistic work in a style that imitates that of another work, artist, or period. So it's
Mm.
kind of like an homage. You're doing
Mhm.
like
Another French word.
architecture in an homage to something else. But
Okay.
yeah,
It's a
pastiche.
copycat.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much.
Fuck you.
Um, back at you with the vaults, baby.
Oh damn.
Um, so rolling vault. Um,
Why would a vault need to be rolling? That shit should be
He was
stable.
flabbergasted at the
It
beginning of
should
that
be
sentence.
locked down,
He was
safe.
flabbergasted.
What? It's just like your takeaway vault. Just put it in your purse. Roll.
yeah. A
Yeah, this is
rolling.
real.
You check it
This is
in the
Vault.
airport. It's just my rolling vault.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, say this is real. I'm locking that in. Not even gonna
All
think
right.
about it.
Real disco.
Nah, that's gotta be fake. You just invented that.
Oh shit. We got the first dueling answer. So disco
No.
says it's fake. You locking that in?
Yep.
This is real.
Dan, you saying it's real?
I know it's real.
Oh, do you know it's real?
Yeah, no, I do. I do.
Okay. And the person who got this right is
Mhm.
none other
Mhm.
than the emperor
Mhm.
of discos.
Oh yeah.
So what
This
I'm gonna
is
say is,
not
if I
real.
were to look up rolling vault, I know it's gonna be a thing. Just saying.
Well, I mean, it's not an architectural term, but there are rolling vaults.
I would say the person who invented architecture would know, but no, by all means, let's go by your definition of architecture.
Yeah. All right, next up,
Ooh,
genus loci.
that says genius.
It says genius, sir.
Oh, genius.
He
Okay.
said genius.
This man,
Yeah.
and this man's, he's telling us, and
He's
we
been
Whatever.
have to
saying
figure
his
out what
term
this
all
is.
wrong.
This man
Genius
said genus.
loci. Whatever.
Are you gonna misspell a word that's supposed to make you smart? You know?
It's ironic.
Yeah, I'm a genus.
Some Kanye shit.
Oh,
Well, I
man.
thought it was
Uh,
genus because it was like kind
Like
of
a
like an
Latin term?
Italian. Yeah, Latin term. So I thought it was genus.
It's genus loci.
Yeah, genus loci, genius loci, whatever,
I mean, it could
whatever
be
the fuck.
whatever. That's
So I'm trying to think. So this Janai is Locky.
Yep. Janias. I like
Uh,
Janias Locky.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm
cool
gonna say
character name.
fake because why does this loci even need to be genius? It's like what? I just need a normal loci. Like, come on.
What's a
I need a
loci?
Nancy Pelosi.
Oh man, what's a loci?
So I honestly have not an inkling into what that word means. If it is a real word,
Disco. So what are you going with?
I'm gonna say it's fake
Yeah,
because
it's just real.
this genius does not need to be loci.
Oh wait, so Dan is saying it's real. Disco saying it's fake.
Yeah,
Correct.
Opposites again. Oh,
we got to get the
interesting.
points. We got to get the points to do
Somebody's gonna get it.
something. Exactly.
Okay. Well, so Disco fake, Dan real.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so Papa Sunkiller got this one. It is
There it
real.
is.
Ooh.
There's some smart
He's-
locais out there. You know what I'm saying?
It is real.
Genius loci refers to a place, a place's distinctive atmosphere. Usually used to describe spiritual places like shrines. That's right.
Mm.
Get a little
Damn,
educational today.
I am learning this shit.
Um, okay. Next
Nope.
up,
What?
enfilade.
Hmm.
Enfilade.
That word just got me hungry. I don't know why. I'm like thinking of enchiladas
It's not-
right now.
Oh, I was like, okay, enfilade. Okay.
See, now that this is the first time we're ever doing a kayfabe corner where we're seeing the actual words
Yeah.
and the spelling of the words, and I appreciate that, Aslam. And whoever's just listening to the audio version of this, please check it out on YouTube. But
Get
just
the
seeing
full
these, it's like
experience.
I can't help but just like sound it out, and I keep thinking of that Key and Peele sketch where he pronounced the names all
Enfilade?
wrong.
Hey,
So
hey,
exactly, I'm
wrong.
like, Enfilade, enfilade. What is that? Like that's exactly what I'm seeing right now.
Oh, that's funny. Enfilade. Enfilade.
Enfilade.
Oh
Mm.
man.
I feel like this is like a window blind. You know,
A
that's the kind of vibe I'm getting.
Hmm.
window blind. That's actually very interesting.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Mm.
It's real.
I'm gonna say yes. It's real.
Okay. Dan, what about you?
Yeah. It's. I mean, I don't know shit about architecture, obviously, but it seems real. It sounds like a real thing.
What do you think it is though? Because Disco says it's window blind. What do you
I don't
think it
fucking know. It could
means?
be two hamsters humping. I have no fucking idea. So I'm gonna say it's real.
It's monkey fucking a coconut. It's
There you
enfilade.
go. That's a throwback.
It's like a door threshold thing.
Um, that's called vestibule. But you said you're both saying yes.
Yeah. It seems real. It seems like too real a word.
Okay. Well, you are both correct.
Yeah.
Enfilade is real, and
Ooh.
it means a series of rooms formally aligned with each other.
How are they
Formally
formally
aligned.
aligned? Now they're aligned.
Form so like, and the
Uniformly?
no, not uniformly, formally aligned. So
Oh,
for
not
as in like
aligned in any way.
formal,
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh,
you
I
know.
thought you meant like formally, like they're not aligned
That's what I'm
anymore.
saying. I'm like, they used to be aligned. It was like,
Yeah.
we don't fuck with each
No, no,
other
no.
no more.
Like as in formal.
They
Yeah.
built the whole room and then moved it. Just like what?
Yeah, I was like, how does that work?
That's not how architecture work, guys.
Like they
So,
just put a wall in between. It's like, no, no, no.
Shoot, damn! I got enfilade hard over here.
yeah. All right. Next up, para imperial.
Ooh,
Para imperial.
You little bitch.
Damn right. um.
I feel like it's real. I feel like it has like royalty, imperial. It's a like a nice fancy castle, like throne room.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. I like where your thought process is heading. Dan, what do you think? Disco saying yes.
Yep.
You
So
locking
the
that
Saying
the
in?
spell the
yes.
spelling on this is correct, right?
Yes. Like I said, I've Googled everything, made sure all the spellings were correct, and yeah,
I'm gonna say it's not real then.
it's not real. So Dan, Disco saying is real. Dan is saying not real.
Hmm.
Correct.
Okay. Papa Sunkiller is correct. It is not
Yep.
real.
Ooh.
That spelling.
Why? What's wrong with the spelling?
I feel like I feel like maybe you're trying to like. This was a swerve. It feels like where it's like you're throwing something at us, and it's like it's one of those where it's like it seems like a legit thing. Disco gave an explanation that makes a lot of sense, but because of Disco's explanation, I was just like, yes, but I feel like that I would be an E.
No,
And
you're incorrect.
okay, but
No,
I'm just saying
the
like
spelling is correct.
okay,
So
I'll take it.
the
I'll take
real
that with a
world,
no.
yeah, yeah. So the real word was parametric. So I just changed metric, as in the metric system,
Into the
to the
imperial system,
imperial system.
and that's how
But
it's spelled.
See.
Imperial.
yep, I
That's
told you I've googled this, and
imperial should
it's
be with an E though.
not for this one.
I'm just, it, I
Uh,
mean, let's just say the U.S. Me being from the U.S., we do everything wrong. You know, it's like we don't. We should
You're
just be on
thinking
the
of
metric system.
empire, but when you say imperial, because
It's with an
I just
I.
googled, yeah,
Yeah,
I just googled it again.
it should be
Um,
an E. Just saying.
okay, well you're wrong. So
America's wrong. I said it. I
whether
said
it is or not, this is how it's spelled
it.
correctly, and I did it right. So whatever, bro.
I'm just saying this motherfucker.
Okay, civilism.
Imperial. Oh man, I think. Oh man, y'all crazy over there with those I's and E's. Civilism.
Civilism.
Civilism. Fake. It's like a war term.
All
I'm
right,
not
I'm gonna say it's real.
civilism.
I'm gonna say it's real.
okay. Disco's saying it's fake.
Yep.
Dan is saying it's real. You guys are locking that in.
Yep, absolutely.
Or is it a style? It sounds like a style. I don't know.
Mm. Wait, can you get
Mm.
so wait? Dan saying it's fake. Disco saying it's real.
I'm saying it's real.
I said it's fake.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I'm locking
Uh,
that in. It's fake. That's
Disco's
not real.
correct. It is
Okay.
fake.
Okay.
Um, and I went off brutalism, which I did I think last time,
Yes, you did.
and yeah, which is a
Civilism.
style of architecture.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I was
Yeah.
even thinking this whole time, I'm thinking, what's the difference between civilism? This whole time, and I'm just like, I don't know, I don't know. And yeah.
I just feel
yeah.
like civil is just too peaceful. Who wants to be
Oh, this
peaceful?
shit's real. Am
All
I
Oh,
right.
Asian?
my Asian?
No, it's
Mishin?
actually Mishin. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not real.
Mishin.
Mishin.
Or
Man,
Mesian. Yeah. Either way.
Mesian.
M-
What happened to that eye? You can't just come on,
Mishin or
man.
Mesian. Yeah.
Just adding letters, taking letters out, just as you please.
Yeah. Mesian.
Sounds like a person. I don't know. Thomas Mishin.
Mm.
He's an
Interesting.
explorer slash builder.
Why do I
uh,
feel like you're talking about Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible?
Loosely based off his character.
yeah. Mission Impossible. That's the new. That's that bootleg series.
Hmm.
You know how I don't know if you guys know this, but on like the fake like the bootleg websites where you can go watch movies and
Yeah.
stuff. There's like a movie comes out and there's like a week later there's always another movie that's a bootleg version of that one with like a similar title.
Yeah.
And I forgot what was the one that came out. Oh, Squid Games.
Mm.
I just saw one the other day. It was like
Oh,
Octo Games.
Octo Games? Yeah, I just
Yeah,
saw that on my site, yo. I
That's
was
funny.
like,
yeah,
what the hell?
that shit was so funny.
The
Uh,
biggest bite, yo. Just copied
um,
off. What was
all right,
it?
so
They pastiche that shit.
So
yeah,
it's funny because like this whole time I was
that's
just trying to
correct.
think it. So it's like Mission Improbable starring Tim Ship. Like I don't.
Mission Improbable. Yeah.
Oh
Oh man,
man, Mishin,
Tim
Mishin,
Ship
Mishin,
instead of Tom Cruise.
It took you a minute, but you got there.
oh, that's funny.
Tim Ship. Nah,
Okay,
yeah, I don't think that's right. I don't. I'm gonna say no.
What's the score
that's
up?
it's not real. Disco, you're saying it's not real.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not real.
Okay, you're locking that in.
Yep.
Dan, what are you saying?
What's the score?
Uh, you're tied at 4 apiece.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
that's what
real.
I have too.
It's real.
You're saying it's real.
Yeah.
Disco saying it's
I
not
don't
real.
want no ties. I don't want no ties. I want somebody to
Mm.
take this lead. I want to see somebody do something.
All right. Disco not real, locking it in. Dan real, locking it in.
Hmm.
Okay. Dan is correct. It is
There
real.
it is. There it is.
Oh my
Mishin
god.
or Mesian is based on the style of the famous architect Mies van der Rohe. Um, one of my favorite architects. He's very cool. Love
Who'd he
his
beat?
architecture. Huh?
Nothing. It's a wrestling thing. Go ahead. Next one.
Okay.
Man,
Hey,
it
who'd
said
he beat?
Munfin.
It's the
Munfin.
Muffin Man. Lives in Drury Lane.
Munfin.
I hate
Munfin.
you because this sounds ridiculous and it could very well be real.
It very well could be.
Oh my god.
Munfin.
That sounds like something that belongs in a kitchen for sure.
Well, it does sound like muffin, but
mm. Or maybe it's a crevice in a bathroom.
could be. It could be a crevice.
I'd be mad as hell if somebody was like, "Man, you got a Munfin top." Like, damn.
uh, Munfin.
That's just not real. That's just not real. It can't be.
It's a
Dan is
But it
saying.
Jamaican
probably
fish.
is. It
Munfin
probably
man.
is. I'm gonna say
Dan
it's
is saying not real. Locking it in. Okay, Disco.
He said no?
Yeah.
not. I'm saying no.
Oh. I honestly don't think it's, or is it? I don't know.
I'm
It's just
honestly, I
such a,
really
it's
don't
such
know.
an abstract word. I don't even know. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna say no too. At least the other one was like Ishin. It was like, they usually say like that
So
to
you're both
imply
saying
a
it's
style.
not real.
I'm gonna
Unless
say
this is
yeah.
named after somebody like Harold Munfin. Out there, this is the man who invented doorknobs.
Hey
and
man,
some
we
shit.
just saw a style that was named after an architect called
Yeah.
Eddie
Mishin.
Eddie
So
Munfin.
Eddie Munfin. Nice. Um, wait, so you're both saying it's not real?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I don't
You're
trust
locking
this
it
one.
in.
Yep.
Okay.
Monfin man.
You are both correct. It is not real.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
The real word. I don't know why I keep getting tongue tied with that.
Mhm.
Was muntin.
He got Munfin.
Muntin.
I got you. You just
And
gotta take
yeah,
that muffin out your mouth. You'll be fine.
yeah, man. I was kind of hungry for some munfin.
Yeah.
So okay,
Bruh.
next one.
Bruh.
Blobitecture.
I don't know why that sounds like a modern architectural style. Blob.
It sounds like a fat architecture. Or a fat architect. It sounds like a fat architect.
Blobitecture. Every architecture is beautiful architecture. Okay, Dan.
I'm not saying it's not.
Mm.
Some people like the fat buildings.
Those round, curvy buildings. More to
Oh
love.
shit. Blobitecture.
Blobitecture. Blobitecture.
I refuse to believe this is real, even if it is. So no, it's not real. It's not real. And if it is real, it's not real. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna
You're
say
locked.
it's real for the sake because I feel like some millennial made this term or some shit.
No, if this exists, this is something that's been around for fucking ever. Watch.
Okay, so wait. Disco saying it's real. You're locking this in.
Yep.
Dan saying not real.
Not
Locking
real.
it in. Okay. The correct answer is right, and I'm gonna share my screen here.
He's about to show us some blobitecture. It's gonna be
Yeah,
like a
so
giant
apparently it's
Snorlax
real.
building.
I feel like if he's doing all this,
It
it's
is
real.
real.
Yeah.
It is real. Blobitecture.
So
This
it's
is
round and
blobitecture.
fat.
It's blob form, like
Mm.
kind of
It's
wavy.
shapely.
Yeah.
It shapes.
So, yeah, it looks like blobs. It looks like bacteria. It looks
That's a
like
bunch of big
things.
buildings.
Yeah.
A bunch of
Like
big
this is
buildings.
blobitecture right here. Look at
Wow.
this.
That's
Yep.
something. That
It
sure
is something.
is. Man,
It's
we
very
really
cool.
learning on this channel right now.
One thing I really enjoy about this building, this is called the Fred and Astaire building.
Mm.
There's a
Uh,
dance.
I see
yeah,
it.
because
Yep.
feminine,
Yep.
masculine, kind of looks like it's dancing. So I always thought that was cool. For those of you who don't know who Fred and Astaire are, they were dancers, famous
Read a
dancers,
book. You know.
on
Right. They
black
did
and white
movies.
television. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire was a dancer.
Yeah.
Well, Fred Astaire and then Ginger something or something Ginger was his
Ginger
partner.
Rogers.
Ginger
I
Rogers.
see what you're
Thank you.
saying.
Mhm.
So Fred and Ginger.
I
Um,
see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I did say Fred and Ginger, right? Or did I they say Fred?
You
You said
said
stuff
Fred and,
Fred
else.
and Astaire or
You
some
said Fred
shit.
and Astaire.
oh,
You
really?
said the
Okay.
I
same
was
man
like,
twice.
what?
My bad.
I knew
Okay.
what you were talking about, but yeah.
So yeah, sorry. I meant Fred and Ginger.
You might have
Thank
said
you.
Fred and Esther. Now that I think about it.
Whatever, man.
He got
Fred and
a new dance partner.
Fred and something. He cheated on her with
That was back when they
Esther.
had the bootleg Fred.
That was
Fred
after
and
the
Ginger.
divorce. That
Yeah.
Fred and Esther. She's like, all I can do is the. I don't even know.
Why was she smoking so
I
much?
don't know. It was
Was that good
that's
for
all they
ya,
did
kid?
back then.
That's
Oh
funny.
man, I can't do the tango. All right.
Okay,
Baby, we killed
Exserbia.
that.
Next up, Exserbia.
Mm. Mm.
Exserbia. That's every time I think about it. I
It reminds
sing.
me of like a Muse song or some shit.
It reminds me of Disturbia, like Disturbia, like that song, whatever. Okay,
I don't know.
Exserbia.
Ex-Serbia. Man, I don't know.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
We're tied right now, right?
Let me see. One, two. Yep, he's still tied. Damn, you
Yeah,
both are doing good.
This shit's not real.
Exserbia is not real.
Oh, I'm
Locking
sorry.
it
I meant
in.
to say it is real. My bad.
Exserbia is real.
Yeah.
Locking
It
it
is
in.
real.
Yeah. No, that shit's real. I had to think about it real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no. I don't. I've never heard of Ex-Serbia. I've never heard of Interbia. I've never heard of Outerbia.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that's false.
He's
This one's
coming.
not.
No, the correct term is exorcist.
No, it's Ex-Serbia is real, and Dan is correct. And Ex-Serbia refers to the suburbs. The suburbs. Sorry.
Hmm.
I had a little stroke trying to say suburbs.
What did you say?
I was like the suburbs.
Okay,
Subaru.
I heard suburbs.
Okay. I
Sound like
got a little.
Eric for a
I don't
second.
know. I'm getting tongue tied a lot in this episode. Even these terms are hard for me to say. Crazy as architects. Um. All right. Next up is stylobate.
Mm, that sounds like a chemical you find in plastic.
Uh,
Stylobate. Yeah, it
Stylo
does.
bait is not real.
Stylobate is not real.
Straight
You
up,
locking that in?
straight up, not real.
I'm gonna say it's not real, but I feel like it is real. But I just feel like it's not an architecture term.
I
So
want
you're
to say
both
he's
saying
playing. Yeah, he's playing some tomfoolery. He's switching shit around.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
tomfoolery.
Mhm, mhm,
I would never do that.
mhm,
I'd do some tomfoolery.
mhm,
But stylobate, you're both saying it's not real,
mhm,
and actually, it is. It is an
mhm,
architectural term.
mhm.
Oh
Stylobate
wow.
is uh, the ancient Greek columns. The stylobate was like the top of the stepped type of column. So
Oh,
it's real,
okay. I
and
got
you
you back
both
on
got
your
it wrong.
stylo baiting. I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn,
They
stylo
stylobate.
bait so sexy, make you want to masturbate.
Mhm, mhm. I was
I like
doing
that a
wordplay.
lot.
This man just said, "No, I'm just gonna say it."
He's like, I'm a rhyme. Um, that was really good. I enjoyed that. And
Oh, you motherfucker!
last but not least, Corinthian.
Damn. What were we watching? Sandman again?
You piece of shit.
Corinthian.
Isn't that in the Bible? Man, you can't be naming buildings after the Bible.
It is the Bible. It is in the Bible.
His
Mhm,
next word is gonna be
mhm.
like Ecclesiastes or some shit.
Well, actually, this is the last one. So
This is the last
I
one.
see. I see. Ooh, that's the
yeah,
last one. Corinthian.
Mm. And
Isn't
unless
that
I'm
building?
mistaken, I'm up by one. Disco.
I think so.
So the best you could do is tie me, or I win this.
Yeah. Mm.
So I guess that
Mm-mm-mm.
means for your strategy, we would have to pick opposite answers.
I mean, I'm just gonna play. I don't care. I don't know. I'm just still trying to get to the bottom of this. Corinthian.
Corinthian.
I'm gonna find some clues in the words core
No, no, it's not real.
It's
in
not real.
thin. Does that sound like a building term to you? What could it even be? My Corinthian. Yeah. We got a Corinthian next to my bathroom. Like, was it a closet? It's a fancy closet. Hmm.
um,
What did you say?
Corinthian.
You said yes?
I'm saying no.
He
I'm saying
said
no.
not real.
All right. Well, I'm going to say yes. Fuck it.
You are gonna say it's real.
Yep.
So not real and real.
Mhm.
Gosh darn it, you sons of bitches. It is real, and you've tied,
Yep.
you assholes.
And you don't have any backups, do you?
I do have
Okay.
backups.
Okay.
There, I
Okay.
didn't use all of them, but they're not on the sheet, so I'm just gonna have to
That's
say
fine.
them.
That's fine.
And okay, so the next one is flaneur.
Now, before you pick anything, Disco, I feel like one of us should win the right to pick first, because I feel like we would have to go opposite ends on this just so we get this tie broken.
I see. I see.
You know what I'm saying?
You can go first. You
You sure?
got you got three strikes on your hat. You look like a man that should go first.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right,
Um,
so you want me to say it again?
yes, please.
Flaneur.
Flaneur.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, that's like a Final Fantasy character.
I thought Beauty and the Beast actually.
Oh,
Thought of Le Fleur. Yeah, fuck it.
is it lit floor or what?
No, no, it's
Flanor, Flanor,
flaneur.
Flan, Flaneur.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's real.
it
He's
is
gonna
real.
say it's real. He's
Okay.
gonna say it's real, and I guess I'll say it's not real.
There it is, tiebreaker right here.
That
And
Flanor,
Disco is saying not real.
Mhm.
Flaneur.
Mhm. Mhm.
Flaneur is
right next to the
real.
pastiche.
Flaneur is real. And Dan wins. Good
Dan
job.
wins. Dan wins.
By one
Thank you,
point.
sir.
Damn, this was, you guys did
Thank you, sir.
great.
That was
Yeah.
close.
Um,
Yeah.
I was
A,
All
neck
vir-
right.
and neck.
a virtual handshake to you, sir. Good job.
Yeah,
Good
good
job, man.
job.
Oh yeah, damn, that was a
Great
firm
job.
grip.
Yeah, no, I try.
I felt
You can tell by
it.
how loose my hand is. How
I could tell that was gonna be a manly grip right there. You're just gonna
yeah.
like give me some nice firm action.
No. Next
Yeah,
thing, I
you
was just gonna
guys
reach
were
out and I was gonna pull your hand back on my screen. Like,
You're gonna
you guys
pull
were
me in
literally
and
back and
then do the power
forth
play and grab my other
no, man.
head.
on getting these right. It
Yeah,
was
man.
wild.
Now
Um,
I could be wrong. I'm just a small town lawyer, but I think anytime I've competed in a kayfabe corner, I think I've won.
all right, let's jump into some news.
Let's do it.
Let's do
Disco,
it.
what you got
Wait,
for us?
here's a good
There's a
enough
picture right there,
picture
so
right
if you
here.
want
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
So this is some general news happening in America. The rapper, one of the rappers in the trio Migo has passed away yesterday. Takeoff. Uh, I believe it was Takeoff. I'm pretty sure it's Takeoff.
Yeah.
He was at a private party with Quavo in Houston at a mall. As far as I read, I don't know if the story's changed or anything since then, but I read it this morning. Him and Quavo were at a private party in the mall, and I heard that they were playing dice, and then there was like a heated argument, and then at the end of the day, Takeoff got shot in the neck or the face or something along those lines. He was dead on arrival. He was dead when they got there, as far
Mhm.
as I read, and man, this is so sad, man. Those three
Tw-
definitely came from
28 years
nothing,
old.
like,
Yeah.
and he's still so young. He, had a lot of life ahead of him. They made some pretty few bangers. I've never really been super into Migos, but you got to respect them. A lot of people love them, and they definitely had a quick
Yeah.
like rise to fame, and the notoriety caught them real good. And it's just sad, man, because in my opinion, because like just a month ago, PNB Rock died too, like almost in the same fashion. I feel like just
Yeah.
hanging out, doing this thing, and then next thing you can't be a rich rapper in the hood anymore because like desperate people are just gonna track you down or like just try to kill you and take your shit, and that's crazy. It's crazy
Yeah.
to be killed for something so superficial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sad, man. My condolences to him and his family, to Quavo, to all of them. It's just sad to
Yeah.
see
Were
another
Migos
young.
still together or did they like
I think they
disband?
broke up at this
Yeah.
point, but still,
I mean, they're so like I haven't. Listening a little bit to like modern stuff again, like rap. I'm trying to get back into it a little bit here and there. Migos, they were getting big at an era really where I really wasn't listening to anything, but for them, like it's still such an influential group that you didn't have to be listening to the music to like everybody heard of the Migos, and then watching a show
Yes,
like
yes.
Atlanta where they spotlighted the Migos like in one specific episode or a couple, and then you would hear music throughout the show every once in a while because like some of the greatest rappers ever, they're from that territory, they're from Atlanta,
yeah,
Mhm.
and they have that culture that's built in there. You look at people like Outkast comes from Atlanta. You got Ti, like so many people, Ludacris, like all these people come out of there. And then Migos was like that next generation of that. So I mean, whether you like them or not, somebody that young getting killed is always a sad thing to see. You know?
Yeah,
yeah,
100%. I
and
mean, I stopped listening to music in general.
Yeah,
I'll still listen, I'll still pop in some rock every now and then, but
yeah,
hip hop I kind of just stopped listening to a long time ago, but
yeah.
I
I've
have
heard a
heard of
little bit of
Migos being
Migos. They're
talked
not that
about.
bad. Yeah,
I have heard of them being talked about on
you
Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne the God. They discussed them many times, and
you've
yeah, I mean it's
whether
very
you my bad, continue.
no. I'm just saying it's just again it's just sad to see a person who's younger than me pass because of violence. You know, it just sucks, man.
Yeah, and like I don't care if you like their music or not. I'm sure at some point you've been forced to listen to Bad and Bougie, whether you're at the club or just on the radio. Like that song was so I felt like so played a lot. That one killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my first story. Rest in peace. Takeoff. Next story is Nancy Pelosi. Someone uh broke into her house and assaulted her husband,
Hmm.
Mr. Pelosi. I forgot his first name. Pretty
Paul.
much used a hammer. Yeah, Paul Pelosi had a hammer and was calling for Nancy, like exclaiming, "Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy?" And then he attacked Paul when he had didn't answer, and he, I believe he's still in the hospital. He had surgery for a fractured skull, and he had some surgery on his arms. I guess he was trying to block or to cover his body or something of the sort. Uh, but it's a. I feel like Nancy Pelosi's been in the spotlight a lot, and she's got a lot of haters and people that don't agree with her beliefs. And I'm not too sure what this dude was after, but I'm sure he's one of those like radical thinkers that doesn't agree with her. But that's just me talking. I don't know uh, exactly, but yeah, it's sad to see that whether she's a good politician or not. It's sad to see that their families are getting the repercussions of her actions.
Hmm.
It's sad. You got to look over your shoulder and be afraid where you live, and that's always a crappy feeling. And I'm sure
Yeah.
his guy was really old too. I think he was like 80 something, up in
I
his
mean, so is
80s.
she. She's also very
Yeah,
old, and they're very corrupt with the laws that they're passing or that they won't pass. Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House, so she's third in line to become president if both the president and vice president something were to happen to them. So she's in a very powerful seat, and she uses that power, and she used that power when Trump was around to kind of stop people from getting checks and made it very hard for them to pass stimulus and just and she's also like her husband has been doing insider trading because he gets information. He obviously knows what bills are going to be passed before they pass, and so he'll buy stocks or leverage stocks based on what bills are passing, and he knows how the market is going to go. And very shady shit. And she also stopped a bill that would make it so that these congressmen and senators and all these people in government wouldn't be able to I or like invest in stock or at least be super transparent, or they have to be transparent. But like she kind of blocked it. Like there's a lot of shady shit going on with her and the family and stuff. Now that doesn't mean you attack them physically. um
especially their
the
family, like her, like
Yeah.
that.
So, like the if you want to make changes, you do it by voting. You do not know how much power you have in voting. Vote for the senators. Vote for the congressmen that will be able to take these people and remove them from power. So that is the way we can fight. You wanna talk. You talk with your money, um, and either don't buy things or put your money where it will help um, get rid of them. But yeah, so
Yeah,
uh,
so that is a stories. That is my last story. Credits to CNN, Jamie Gangle, Claire Foran, Whitney Wild, and John Miller for this pictures and the titles.
Start over. So doing Powerbomb weekly. First story I want to talk about. Triple H is going to be firing, or is in the process of firing, or did fire some wrestlers. This is a Wrestle Talk story written by Connell Rumsey. So they're NXT superstars that haven't really been used too much on TV, with the exception of Bodie Hayward, who's used a little bit here and there. Uh, but Bodie Hayward, Sloan Jacobs, Erica Young, Damaris Griffin, and Ru Feng have all been released by WWE. So hopefully they'll find work somewhere else, whether it be on the Indies or wherever. But as of right now, they're no longer with WWE. All right, so this one,
Beautiful.
oh, that's funny.
yeah, that's the best picture I could fiund. So apparently,
Wow.
apparently, there's a celebrity that might be getting involved in AEW wrestling. That celebrity being Bow Wow. Of course, this is not the picture they used on Wrestle Talk, but this is the picture I wanted to use. So this is a story written by Sanchez Taylor over there. So apparently, word has it that Bow Wow's in training with Rikishi
Oh wow. Okay.
to do some stuff, and Swerve Strickland called him out on it, the guy who I was talking earlier. The whole he just wanted to try to enjoy the Gotham Knights. So he called out Bow Wow. He's
Hmm.
like, "Listen, when you're ready, you're done training. Come over here to AEW so I can whip your ass." And he was like, "Tell you what, Tony Khan signed me." And then he was like, "And after that, I'm gonna take Jade Cargill out on a date, who's the TBS champion in AEW." And she said, "You can't afford to do so," and just started making fun of Bow Wow
Oh
like
damn.
crazy. Also, Jade
Damn.
Cargill is a beast.
Didn't he earlier get like accused of being poor, taking like economy like planes or some shit?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
hey
I
man,
thought she was
if he
slamming him
shows
because
up,
of that, being like you're poor.
well, I mean, Jade Cargill's just a heel, so I just assumed that was just her being a heel.
Mm,
But I mean,
I see. I
hey,
see.
if Bow Wow does show up, he brings eyes to the product, and he's actually good at it. I guess I'm okay with it. You know how I am. As long as he doesn't take somebody else's spot who's been working hard, do what you got to do. You know. But anyway, that's all I got for the Bow Wow story. Haslam, if you want to move over to the next one.
Yes, sir.
Now, this next one, it's this is more of a speculative thing. There is no official word. This is another story by Wrestle Talk, written by
Oh
Dave
wow.
Adamson. What's up?
That no, I said, oh wow, that's big.
Oh yeah, yeah. So after a lot of speculation, I've talked about it numerous times with the fallout at the All Out pay per view, where there was a fight backstage, and it seems like nobody in AEW wants to have CM Punk back. In this article here, there's actually there's a there are a few quotes, but apparently Chris Jericho, who's pretty much seen as a locker room leader in the back AEW, rightfully so, he's kind of put the company on his back. Went so far as to say he called CM Punk a cancer that needed to be
Oh
removed
wow.
from AEW for them to succeed. So seeing somebody who's that high level and Jericho, who just renewed a contract with AEW, not only is doing wrestling stuff, he's also working as a producer and he has a lot more responsibility as well. Somebody at that status saying that about CM Punk, it's looking very, very unlikely that Punk's going to come back. There's still speculation that Tony Khan is going to try to buy out his contract and just let it go. I don't know if there's going to be any legal action done. It doesn't seem like there is any, but if this is the case, then this title here kind of proves it. I think if AEW ain't going to take back CM Punk, I don't think we're ever going to see CM Punk wrestling ever again. If that's the case, so it's
Because he's
sad to see.
definitely not going back to WWE. Right.
I mean, never say never. You've seen
Okay.
there's been a lot of people who hated WWE who had like blood feuds with Vince and Triple H and
Oh,
stuff who
that's
end
right.
up
Because
going
of
back.
Vince. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
well, that's the thing I talked about last week. CM Punk had more issues with Triple H than he ever did with Vince. So
That's
I
true.
don't
Yeah,
know.
you did say that.
So I don't know. I mean, never say never. That's the most common phrase in all of pro wrestling. But I
Hmm.
mean, it doesn't look likely. We might have seen the last of Punk. Anyway, if you want to move on to the next one, Aslam. So here we go. This is huge, huge news. Shinsuke Nakamura has been announced for the Pro Wrestling Noah show. It's going to be their like New Year special, and he's going up against Great Muta. Now, this is a huge deal because of a number of reasons. Great Muta, he's on basically his retirement tour. He's going to be done with wrestling very soon. One of the greatest wrestlers ever in the history of pro wrestling, and he's going up against big, memorable opponents. And this is Shinsuke Nakamura, who is current WWE wrestler fighting on another promotion. WWE doesn't do that. They don't let other people. They don't let their people fight on other shows. The fact that they're going to let this happen is insane. Then
Yeah.
it's somebody of high caliber around the world, except for WWE. For some reason, Shinsuke Nakamura is like a top draw everywhere he goes, except WWE. But seeing him go up against Great Muta is just insane, insane because they've had feuds before. And like I said, this is for Pro Wrestling Noah. They're a competitor to New Japan Pro Wrestling. They're the second biggest promotion in all of Japan. And both of these men have fought in Pro Wrestling Noah and New Japan Pro Wrestling. I know that they had a very extensive feud in NJPW in the past. But seeing this happen is insane. And Eslam, if you want to just move on to the last one there.
I
It's
like
Italian to the
Nakamura's
story.
hair. He
Oh
looks
yeah,
crazy.
Nakamura's a beast. So this is another kind of a continuation. So originally, Pro Wrestling Noah had requested for this match, and WWE said no. Can you guess who was in charge at the time when they said no?
Mm.
Yes, I can take a very good guess.
So this is written by Dave Adamson, and apparently Pro Wrestling Noah came to WWE, and WWE at the time, being very old fashioned, in the Vince McMahon ways, nope, wasn't going to do it because why would he let one of his guys go out there and make money for someone else? Triple H, now in charge, sees this and he's like, oh, two of the greatest Japanese wrestlers ever in the history of Japanese wrestling or wrestling period are going to try to have a match for Great Muda's farewell tour.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm going to allow that, and maybe potentially see it. Some people are going to be like, "Oh, we want to watch more of Nakamura. We haven't seen him in a while. Let's watch WWE."
Yeah,
It's
that's
smart.
just smart. Yeah,
It makes
it's
sense.
free advertising.
Exactly.
You're
And
using your
Nakamura, yeah,
And it's legendary. It sounds like
it is
why not like just
why not use
fuel
your
the industry.
yeah, why not use your wrestlers as free advertising?
exactly. So it's great to see Muda and Nakamura go at it. Eslam, I'm sure you're not even aware of this, but we got to witness the Great Muda wrestle in New York. So
You already
once
know the
again,
answer.
no, I know you don't know. It was the first match on the main show where it was like the it was kind of like their mini battle royals, like aka Royal Rumble. Um, Great Muda along with who was it? Kenny King and I forgot. It was someone else, another legend, I believe it was. They were like the last three in the ring. I was like, oh my god! And then Kenny King won. Everyone's like, that's bullshit. But yeah, we got to see Great Muda in the ring, and it was Wajushin Thunder Liger, another one who just recently retired, another insanely well-known masked
I think I
wrestler.
remember that one
Yeah, so
because I
they were
remember
like
the
the last
mask. It
two, and
was nice.
yeah, he had the mask. It was like pointy in three spots.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was him and then this guy, Great Muda. Great
Okay.
Muda was basically the guy who, how wrestlers a lot of time they would blow, like shoot mist into people's
Hmm.
faces. Muda made that famous. Muda did that
Oh
first.
wow, nice.
So it's just like seeing those two in the ring
So
at
I'm
the same
guessing
time.
that's why Triple H was like, "This is cool because I got this from him, and like I need to like is the farewell tour
What do you mean?
because
Oh,
does the
that's something different. That's
could have
something.
just gone with it, but that's cool.
I got you, but no.
He
I
said
don't
that
like.
had 0% anything to
Yeah,
do
I
with
was
why
I was
he
just like,
accepted that.
you know what, that's all. I was like, I would have, but there's too much space between your head and the top of the camera, so I'm, so I'm not agreeing. There you go. All right, you know what? Maybe you are right. I don't know. That's the end. That's the end of what I have for Powerbomb Weekly. Thank
you
you.
just had to shit on me before you ended it, huh? That's cool. That's cool. I dig it. All right. Next up
He
is
tried though. He really
He
tried. He
looks
was
real
just like,
comfortable.
"This is why he did that."
I am very
I
comfortable.
legitimately didn't know what you were talking about at first, and then when you explained, I was like, oh, you because he spits the water.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you said that he made that famous. I was
Well,
like,
that's a different spitting. I'm talking spitting in the mist. Triple H
you
spitting
know
water.
what?
It's him doing
Whatever,
spitting water.
Dan. We're moving on
Yeah, let's do it.
to my news. Okay,
Yeah,
my
I'm waiting. I'm
news.
waiting. I'm waiting.
All right. So Elon Musk completes his takeover of Twitter, fires the CEO and two other top execs. Uh, it was really funny because he walked into the Twitter building with the sink in his hand, uh, for letting it sink in. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So he Elon Musk, he's a nerd. He's funny. He does shit like this. But um, he is officially the owner of Twitter, one of the most popular uh, social media platforms and one of the most important social media platforms on the planet. Now he's thinking, obviously, he needs to recoup some of the money that he spent on this. So he's thinking of charging people who have a blue check $20 a month for holding that verification. You know what I'm saying? Which is smart. Adding a subscription thing maybe makes it easier for people to get verified later on. Also, he's also been talking about getting that edit button in there, so that could be soon.
But does that mean that anybody could get verified? Because I felt like
Well, I think
verification meant that like you were famous or had some sort of like social.
yeah. So I think it's still gonna require like that threshold whatever it is, how many followers, being like a micro influencer or whatever that means to Twitter. Like I'm sure it's different for Twitter than Instagram, than I don't know if TikTok has verified users, but whatever. Each company is different, and for those people who want verification, if they can get it and to keep it, they're gonna be paying for it. So if
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
mean,
be
yeah,
if you're gonna be making money off these platforms, then the platforms are gonna be making money off of you, right? So he's finding a way to do that, make Twitter profitable. So
I mean, I get where he's coming from. Thinking of somebody who's been using it for so long, like I'm not talking about me. Like if somebody who was an influencer who
mhm.
has been getting it free all this time, like definitely sucks for them. Now that
Also,
they
it's
got to
not a
pay
lot of
for it.
money. Right,
20 bucks a
$20.
month. Most subscription things are a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah.
I understand if there was a subscription price, okay, sure, but it's just like Disco was saying, it almost seems like anybody could do it. I'm sure that there still
Well,
has to be a
that's
level.
$20 a month is not set in stone yet. It's kind
Yeah,
of a number they threw out there, but
I gotcha. Because if it was like if they
It's
said
like
five,
anything else
okay,
actually gives you a service. This is just a check. That shit's like I don't
exactly.
know.
Like this
I
doesn't.
well,
don't
It
see.
seems
I
like
don't.
a
I would take my check off if I had
I
it. I was
think
like,
to
yeah. I was like, fuck it, don't verify me
I
then.
think
Like
for us, we don't see Twitter as something that's really important. For other people, Twitter is one of the most important apps they have.
I
Right?
gotcha.
People get their news on Twitter more than they get it on TV or on any other platform. People use
Well, with
Twitter.
that being said, Twitter is the only social media I fucking believe in. Like, it's the only
Yeah,
social media that I give a damn about. Everything else is trash to me.
yeah.
So it's like I look at this, I was just like, okay, so I'm seeing this happen. I was like, all right, that sucks. And then I'm seeing a lot of people who,
Well, why do you
uh,
think you think it sucks that he bought it?
no, I in terms of so from what I'm
The
seeing, like him buying
subscription?
it doesn't really necessarily affect me the way I use Twitter at all. But
Okay.
I'm just saying overall. So there's a lot of people that I do check out like their news or whatever. Like you were saying, I do like using Twitter for news. We have one person, Nightbellion, who's
Hmm.
like one of the biggest resources in all of video games or whatever. One, he was trying to like monetize like the fact that he would have breaking news like
Hmm.
he would get news like he wouldn't break news but like for example so, like let's say they would come out like okay there's going to be a new Last of Us video game and the moment it gets announced within 2 minutes Nibelian's out there getting it out there to the right people to the right thing so
Yeah.
it's like if you wanted to know what was going on in the world of video games you go to him also he would put out deals if somebody was trying to get like a PS5 or that was really hard to get he would tell you where to go at what time and all that stuff one of the
Hmm.
most important things in the world of like video games like news outlets Nibelian and he closed his Twitter account
Oh
now
wow.
he closed his Twitter account one because he was trying to like do he was trying to make profit off of what he was doing because he was
Hmm.
basically doing it for free and it didn't work out. He said it himself that his Patreon it could have been done better. A lot of people left Patreon, so he's trying to give them refunds and all this other stuff. But he saw that, and then he also was just like, also it's like I don't know exactly what else Musk has done, but he's looked at a couple different decisions Musk has done. He's like more now than ever, he feels like there's no reason for him to do this. He's going to focus on his regular full time job because it's like with him not being able to make money, and then Musk made whatever decisions he made, or is in the process of making whatever decisions he's making. This guy's going to leave, and he's not the first person I left. He's the first one that comes to mind. But there's
Hmm.
a lot of people that I look at that I follow on Twitter and I check out that are leaving because this guy's in charge now.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what decisions he's only been charged with
That's what I'm
Twitter
saying. Yeah,
for
I don't
like a
know what
week.
he's doing. Yeah,
So I don't think he's able to put anything forward yet because he also doesn't have a CEO yet. He just owns Twitter. It doesn't
yeah,
mean he's gonna be the CEO, but he has changes that he wants to make.
yeah.
One of them being he wants to delete all the bot accounts, so that way like people can't make like bot accounts and spam shit and spread fake news or whatever. He wants to make that harder, and like a couple of other things. But again, I'm not a frequent user of Twitter. It's not my thing. So, uh, also he hasn't really in what's the word implemented in a lot of these things that he said he was gonna do.
Mhm.
But it could be for the better. And the man, whoever he is, who tried to monetize before, I mean, how is it He literally just got Twitter. So anything he was trying to monetize
Yeah.
before, that was before Elon.
Well, I'm not
So
saying he couldn't monetize because he himself said, "I know I should have done better with my Patreon."
Yeah.
That so he's not blaming Musk for that. It's he mentioned what he mentioned, and then he said,
Hmm.
and on top of that, Elon Musk is whatever Elon Musk is trying to do, whatever changes he's mentioned or
Yeah.
whatever he's trying to do. And Nibelian was saying it's like in the long run, it's not going to help. It's not going to benefit him. It's not going to make his what he's doing significantly
Harder.
harder, apparently. So he's
Okay.
like, because of that, it's like I'm already not making money off of it. It's going to be harder to do. Why would I do this when I can just focus on my regular job and make money that way?
No,
You know?
100%. If he's not able to monetize and he's putting in a lot of time and effort into this, then even if he's passionate about it and he's not able to monetize it, then obviously you gotta
Yeah,
either you give it up or you just rethink the strategy to try
yeah,
to get it in another way to monetize it.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I wish him the best of luck and hope
Oh,
he can
absolutely.
monetize it. But yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Next up, Sony loses nearly 2 million PlayStation Plus subscribers since service revamp. Now, Dan, you've got the new service. I wanted to get your opinion on this. Is it that much worse that people left, or is it because of the price point?
So I barely play anything because I'm so
Yeah.
busy all the time. It's funny because literally today, this is the first time I've like had a little bit of free time in
Hmm.
forever. So I was like, oh, let me check out my Sony PlayStation Plus thing and let me see what's
Yeah.
going on. And I saw that they have Grand Theft Auto Vice City through this, where it's just like, oh, I could go ahead and download and play that. So I saw that. I was like, this thing's great. And then I did read an article about this. I was like, wow, I guess a lot of people don't think so. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
but
2 million of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not in the know with this. I did go through the games and I looked at what they have
Hmm.
as I was waiting for GTA Vice City to download, and I see where they're coming from. Where it's just like a lot of
It's
people
not
are
worth
getting
it.
rid of it. Yeah, because it's for example, you look at Game Pass. Game Pass, you're always getting new games with it. Are they the best games? No. Are they getting AAA titles? Not when they're new. Has Xbox said that they're going to get them to? They're like, yeah, eventually, but not
Yeah.
yet. And PlayStation was just straight up just like, yeah, we're not going to do that. Like
Yeah.
every once in a while, we'll try to get something for you, but we're gonna make you pay for our games because we believe in the quality of our games.
Yeah.
And who's to say who's right and who's wrong in that instance? It all depends on the company's like strategies and everything. But I mean, right here, 2 million people don't think that that's the right way, and you can't
Yeah.
fault them for it because they're paying for a service and they feel like it's not cool. Like I'm excited about downloading a game that came out and I played years ago on my PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
So what's that to say about this service? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
thank God you're home safe and sound, Henry. Thank God.
Yes. All right. Next up, Batman Arkham Studio co-founders leave Rocksteady.
Hmm.
Um, this is big news. I think they're leaving and they're starting their own thing. Um, but yeah, so we don't know what's the new Arkham games if we're ever gonna get any. We got
Well, the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League is this studio.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens with Suicide first. Kills the Justice League.
Yeah.
Suicide versus Kills the Justice League. Um,
I
damn,
like
that
that
was on my
title.
list for the LWG FEGL. Now I'm kind of worried about it.
Why?
You know,
Why?
because these guys left and they're the co-founders, so maybe it's not gonna
No.
be that
It's,
great.
who's to say?
Shut up, Dan. Trying to trick me already. All right. PlayStation is building a studio to work with Naughty Dog on a new game, which is the most exciting news. Naughty Dog, the creators of the Last of Us series, the
Uncharted, Jack and
Uncharted.
Unchar-
Daxter.
Yep, as you guys see there in your
Yeah.
screen, if you're not watching, if you are watching, if but them creating a whole new studio to work with Naughty Dog, um, is great news because that means they're building it from the ground up to Naughty Dog's specifications or to the specifications of this game that they want to make. So they're going to be picking the people, the right people that they think is going to be best for this game's creation, and that's always a good thing. Um, so I hope whatever this new game is gonna be phenomenal. I think it will be. With Naughty Dog's track record, it's not that hard to be confident in that.
I mean, do we know? I don't want to be nitpicky, but do we know anything about this new game?
No,
Okay.
no, we don't. We don't know anything. Like they're literally from what this said, is just like they're starting this process. So either way, we're probably not going to see this for like another 5 years or something.
Yeah,
Whatever this game is coming,
yeah.
at least
I'm just curious
probably.
if it's because I know Naughty Dog's trying to do the Last of Us Factions game, which
Yeah.
is like the multiplayer now. Naughty Dog is really good on single player story focused games, and they're trying to do this multiplayer game. So I don't know if it's something like, hey, they're building a studio to help them with that, because I know that's one of the reasons why they tried to acquire the studio that does Destiny, Bungie,
Hmm.
where it's like basically to help PlayStation be like, hey, PlayStation, you guys make the best first person action adventure slash story based games, blah blah blah, but you guys need to step up your multiplayer, especially multiplayer shooters. So hence the people who
Yeah.
do this comes in. So I don't know if this has something to do with along the lines with that,
But
but
I guess we can surmise that whatever this game is and this new studio is probably not coming out until a minimum the end of this PS5 cycle. May
if it's a new game, yeah. If it's
if
Last
it
of Us
is a new game.
Factions, it could be as early as next year.
Well, it says a Naughty Dog on a new game,
Last
right?
of Us Factions is a new game.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
That's why it says like
So I guess yeah, I took it as new IP,
oh,
but
okay,
you're
I
right.
got you, I
It
got
could
you.
be it could be a new game, like you
Yeah,
said, and it could be Naughty Dog Factions.
I mean
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah,
interesting. All right. Next up, God of War 2018 sales past 23 million copies, which
PC, bro.
is immense. Yeah.
That's the power of PC right there.
Yep.
Put them
So
over the edge.
good for them. And I also saw that PlayStation has passed 25 million units sold, which is a lot of fucking units. So congratulations to PlayStation.
Oh, you know
Um,
they're gonna go hard on the PSVR now.
oh,
It's like you guys
100%.
have PlayStation 5s now. Get buy this fucking VR too.
Yeah. And I'm waiting for the PS5 Pro, so let's see that come out. All right. George R. Martin says he is 3/4 of the way done with The Winds of Winter, which is the final book in the Game of Thrones series. So hopefully we'll be getting that soon. Hopefully he'll be able to finish it. I personally can't wait. Coming off the greatest prequel ever made to well, I can't really say that, but
I was about to say,
one
I was like, I mean, that might
no,
be
no,
accurate. That might be
no.
accurate. We don't
Well,
know.
greatest TV show prequel. I'll say that.
Maybe.
But
If not
yeah,
the greatest, probably one of the best.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it's
Go
definitely one of the best.
yeah,
Definitely one
go
of the best.
check out our review on that, and yeah, looking forward to the Winds of Winter. I think once that comes out and the whole series is like um finished, I might get the books and start reading them. So
I was about
excited
to
about
ask
that.
if you guys ever read the books.
I
I
have
want
not.
to. I think it's gonna be my next series that I get on audiobook if they
You know
have
what
it.
other series I want to read that I've known about for a while but never actually got around to reading it? And
Doctor
I
Sleep.
have this I have this book now that I'm reading, a physical book, which has been great. I don't know why I ever fucking stopped doing this, but the Dark Elf series, which is a fantasy series, and it's been like high praise, and I've known about this since I was in like middle school, so it's been around for a while. So I think I want to start reading that too. But there's a lot on my plate, so
Who's that
we'll
by?
get there. Arl, something Steen, I
R.L.
forget.
Stein?
Is it Arl Stein?
The Goosebumps
Stein.
guy?
No, not the Goosebumps guy. Let me
Uh,
look it up real quick.
Steinbeck.
it ain't Kevin Steen.
Uh,
If you know, you know.
um, oh, sorry, R.A. Salvatore. It's
Oh,
not even. I wasn't
very
even
close.
close.
You're so close, man.
I wasn't even close. Um,
Oh man,
I know it was like fucking letters like that or
you got an
whatever.
S.
I
You
got
got
the
an S in
R.
there.
I said R,
Yeah.
or no, I
There's a
said
T in
L.
there. There's a
Damn.
T in there.
All right,
I said
whatever.
R.L.
Vision series coming to Disney Plus, starring Paul
Bettany.
Bettany. So this series will be taking place after the events of um,
Wanda?
Wanda and
Everything.
WandaVision, and I don't really know what's going to be going on with it much, but I don't really care for it. But we'll see what happens.
I'll see it live without the
The
stone,
stone.
whatever the heck's it called.
They gave him an E
Well,
sound. He's fine.
so in the show, he was alive because Wanda brought him like back with her powers. Kind of, it was like an almost like an illusion. But then the government rebuilt that white vision somehow as a thing, and then like a vision meets vision, and they're like, "What's going?" I don't know. It was fucking weird.
Leave it to the government to try to replace the original with Weiss. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ!
Leave it to the government.
All right.
What you got, Henry? I'm curious. Uh,
Uh, what do you say?
Henry says he has a question for us.
yeah.
What's your question, Henry?
I mean, we
All
can
right. Well,
continue with
I'm
the
gonna go on.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just waiting. I was like, Henry needs to
The
He's
see.
had the question up for a
suspense.
minute.
I
Like,
thought he was
Everybody
gonna follow up real quick.
Yeah.
stop the show. Henry has something to say.
Yeah.
All right,
Everybody, shut the fuck up. Let's wait.
here we go.
Are you going to do something special for N7 Day next week? I know it's on Monday. Oh, why am I reading it? I can just show it.
You show the people.
Yeah, show the people. Um, I don't know. That would be a question for Dan Henry. He's the
Well, we should
master
read
of
it
N7. There it
for
is.
the
There it
podcasters,
is.
for the people listening on audio.
Oh,
That is
right.
true.
Are you going to do something special for N7 Day next week? I know it's on Monday, and you do the podcast on Tuesday now, but will next episode be special? That's a question for Dan.
Henry, you want something? You want something special for N7 week or N7 day? N7 day week. If you want it, let me know.
That's right. All right. Let's get back to this. The upcoming Horizon TV series from Netflix and PlayStation Studios will reportedly be titled Horizon 24/7, implying that the series will be a prequel to the games. Now, if I'm not mistaken, after I beat the game, I think we talked about it a little bit, and I had mentioned I would love to see a prequel, like this, like a show leading up to the events of what happened here in Horizon. Right, Dan? You would remember better than me, but I feel like we've had this conversation.
Yeah, I think you did. Question before I potentially spoil something else. I can't
Yeah.
remember. Did you play the second game or no?
I did not play the second game yet.
Okay, cool. So, this I remember hearing about this a while ago. Actually, that
Okay.
they did announce that the show was going to be a prequel. I believe spoilers for anybody who hasn't played the game. I'll give you like a couple of seconds. By the end of the time I finish the sentence that I'm dragging on and trying to give you guys as much time as possible to potentially skip and come back. At the end of the first game, when you realize that Aloy is a clone of Elizabeth Sobek.
Mm-hmm.
So supposedly this looks like it's supposed to take place either 2074. So I think it's going to be following Elizabeth's
Mm-hmm.
perspective and her story and see the end of the world
Yeah.
as it was occurring. So I think that's where this is taking place. But I also heard that it was potentially going to be like then, and then it was going to be it was supposed to be her like when she started working on trying to save the world,
Mm-hmm.
and also at the same time show like as the world is ending. Like it was supposed to be
Nice.
two. I don't know if that's still happening or not, but yeah.
Either way, I'm excited, even though it is Netflix doing it, so it's going to be 50-50 whether it's good or not. But I'm excited for this. I think this is a really an amazing story that these video game came up with,
Yes. I
and
just don't think it
I'm
can be adapted, to be honest.
I think the story, yeah, I think it could be adapted. Now, the visuals, this needs the budget of
Hmm.
Amazon shows for them to get the visuals correctly.
Hmm.
But story wise, I wouldn't leave it to Amazon because goddamn, they fucked up hard. But we got into that into more detail. But so go check out that review. But
Give it to HBO.
they like the mind-boggling thing is like they had other shows that they did phenomenal with. So and then they
Invincible.
just dropped the ball on this Invincible, The Boys, and I don't know, man, it's crazy.
Wheel of Time.
Yeah. Someone mentioned that they messed up Wheel of Time too because they read the books and compared to the books they suck. But I think anything compared to the books kind of sucks. But yeah. All right. HBO Max's long awaited Green Lantern TV series is getting a complete overhaul. All 8 episodes of the previously completed first season scripts are being scrapped, and the show will now be retooled to focus solely on Jon Stewart instead of Guy Gardner and Alan Scott. Writer and showrunner Seth Graham Smith has departed the project. Now, I don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's happening either way. And with the changes that HBO Max and Warner Brothers Discovery has been, well, Warner Brothers Discovery has been doing, they axed a lot of shows. Some of them from the CW that we're going to be talking about now. Pretty much, I think by the time we get to the end of this year, I don't think there will be any DC shows on CW. So, but I'm still looking forward to a Green Lantern series. Having it be Jon Stewart's going to be awesome. The latest Green Lantern movie, animated movie that came out, that's also on HBO Max, was about Jon Stewart, and it was awesome. So it's pretty cool.
Disco said,
Uh,
"No, I don't give a shit about the Green Lantern. I'm out."
yeah. Here, I'll just turn Disco off for a second until he gets back. And next up,
That's right. Gotta
Henry
talk about him
Cavill.
every episode.
Henry Cavill is officially leaving The Witcher after the end of season 3. Actor Liam Hemsworth will appear as the recasted Geralt for season 4. Now, speculation about this is because Netflix has fucked up another one, and Henry had stated that he's a big fan of the books and he wanted the show to kind of mirror the books and stay true to the source material. And it seems like there's a conflict between the writing and Henry wanting it to be close to the books, so he's leaving. Another reason is he's back as Superman, which is what some of the greatest news. And maybe he just wants to concentrate a little more on his DCEU character and the future of the DCEU. Either way, he is leaving the project, which apparently was planned for 7 seasons. I did not know this, but
Dang.
apparently we're getting 7 seasons of The Witcher. Maybe less now after Henry's leaving. We'll see what happens after. We'll see what happens when season 3 releases and see why he left. Maybe it'll be a
That
really shitty season, but
that's
season 1 and
shocking.
season 2 were pretty good. I enjoyed the hell out of them. So
That's shocking that Netflix gave it that many seasons, considering its track record.
yeah, considering it's Netflix. Um, but
See,
yeah.
this right here is I saw this. I don't give a damn about this show. I played a little bit some of the games, whatever. To me, this is such good news. Simply because how long have I been saying that the world needs to stop being afraid of just recasting people, and we need to
Oh
make that
yes, yes, yes.
okay.
Yeah.
So you don't know how bad I want Liam Hemsworth to fucking just dominate this role. Like I want him to
Oh,
go
I
out
wish
there
him
and
the
just like,
best. Yeah.
yo, for real, it's just like nothing, ill will, no ill will against Henry Cavill. Obviously, I think he's an amazing actor. I love him as Superman, but my God, it's just like the fact that they're taking another high profile actor, putting
Mhm.
them in this role to take just recast. I was like, thank fucking God. I want this to succeed, so everybody can be like, you know what, we can just go ahead
Yeah. For
and
some
recast
reason,
people.
at some point, they just stopped recasting actors.
Yeah,
They're
they're just
just
like,
like,
oh, we
oh,
have to kill them off, or we have to give this
yeah,
person $1 million or more, not even a million, significantly more than a million,
yeah,
just to bring them back and do this whole thing. It's like, no, don't be afraid. Okay, we can't do it. Let's leave, on good terms, and we're gonna bring in another actor, and that's how
yeah,
you get new actors.
yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna just like replace him and act like nothing ever happened, or I wonder if they're gonna try to like make some sort of like plot,
Oh, they
like or
better
some
not. They better just
magic or
fucking just
something,
replace him.
change his
Yeah,
face.
I
Like,
just replace him,
Just
and
straight up, just like,
it's
hey, he looks
it's
different. Let's just keep going. Like, don't
yeah,
even acknowledge that he looks different. Just have him be different. Like, that's all it is. Like, so it was with Batman for years. We were okay with that.
yeah. That is true. They had a new actor every movie.
You
Instead
know
of
what
a
I'm
new
saying?
suit, it was a
just
new
just
actor.
recast all new people for next Witcher season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's
Um.
not an issue.
It's not. Whatever. All right. Next up, actress Kristen Miloti has
Melody,
been Miladi.
the mom, the mother.
Yeah, has been
Yeah,
cast as Sophia Falcone, the female lead for the upcoming series The Penguin, starring Colin Farrell, which we talked about before. The series will take place a week after the events of the Batman. So we're gonna see her dealing with Falcone's death, and probably her and Penguin having a power struggle for who's gonna take over, um, like being the kingpin or the ruler of the, you know, the
The
gangs
underworld of
underground.
Gotham.
I'm
Yes.
curious how she plays this role, how she takes it. I
Yeah.
really want to see this like as her acting prowess because usually when you see her like especially in movies or whatever, she kind of plays like this like soft like quirky fun little
Well, if I'm
girl.
not
So it's
mistaken, this is the mother from How I Met Your Father. How I Met Your Mother,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
that's why I
Yeah.
said it's the mother.
Oh, okay. Um,
yeah. So
No, but
I don't know.
I've seen her do a few different roles, but no, Disco, for the most part, you're right. Like that's what she's
Yeah.
normally doing. So I would like to see her step out this role. I'm trying to remember if Sophia, Eslam, you can help me. If is she the sister or the daughter of Carmine?
I'm guessing daughter, but I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that they switch. They might switch it up for the movie. I'm just trying
Mm.
to remember because like she played a prominent role in the what's the Halloween one? The Long Halloween.
The Long
That's
Halloween.
where this artwork is from.
Hmm.
At least I'm 90% sure of. So anyway, seeing her do that role, I
She's
just
a
think
daughter.
it is the daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So seeing her be the daughter of Carmine Falcone or Falcone, however you pronounce it, I think that's awesome.
I think
Um,
it's Falcone.
they said I think they said Falcone in the movie. Sometimes they say
Okay.
Falcone. It depends on how you feel that
In the
day.
Long Halloween, they were saying Falcone. So,
Tomato,
uh,
tomato.
Did they
but
make a movie though? They did make a movie, The Long Halloween.
the animated movies,
I
yeah,
haven't seen it yet. Yeah,
they were good. All right, so she's playing the daughter now. I wonder if they're gonna bring Zoe Kravitz into this, which would be
potentially.
amazing because she's also a daughter of Falcone. So
Yeah.
I wonder if there's gonna be
Mm.
any ties in between that and if she comes back and reprises her role as Catwoman, and we get to see some heart to heart or some animosity between her and Catwoman, that would be amazing. I hope they tie that in somehow. If not in the show, or they set it up for in the movie, and then she can be part of the next movie if possible. I can't wait for Christopher Matt Reeves's next film and see what he's doing with these projects. Man, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Bro, the new Planet of the Apes.
Oh
Mm.
man, yeah,
Every time I think about that, I just get so happy.
the new planet. Yo, that artwork looked amazing too.
When is that one dropping?
Not
Um,
soon enough.
I do not remember.
I'll look it up for you if you want to keep going.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so it's official. Stargirl will not continue after its upcoming season 3 finale, which is set to air on December 7th on the CW. So this is another show that I was mentioning has been canceled by Warner Brothers Discovery and the CW. Now I'm pretty sure the CW is getting sold. Don't know to who yet. So this has gotten canceled. Legends of Tomorrow has been canceled, and Batwoman has been canceled. The only other DC show left on the CW is Superman and Lois, which was doing good. I thought this was doing good too. I've enjoyed the first and second season, and
Is that
this
Luke Wilson?
this season has been good. Who's Luke Wilson? I don't know what you're talking about.
The guy next to her on her right,
Him?
or yeah, him. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
Luke Wilson. This is where
yeah,
he's been this whole time.
yeah.
That's Owen Wilson's brother.
Oh, oh, really? I did not
Yeah, they
know
have
that.
this. They have the nose. But yeah, no. I hope all these actors go on, they find work, and they have successful careers. But the CW show's got to die, man. They got to go. They
I
got to
mean, this
die.
one. See, this one isn't a CW show. This one
It
was
is
a
though.
DC Universe show,
But then
and
then it's on
sure,
CW.
it moved on to the CW, but it does not read like a CW show. It is not written like a CW show. Like
Just
the
looks
episode,
like it.
the like, well, I mean, the DC Universe didn't have the budget either, right? So
Yeah.
they didn't have the big budgets, and the, so the CW shows were very repetitive in their dialogue, and they said the same shit every episode, right? If it
Hmm.
was about mistrust, that shit was in the conversation. Like this is not written like that at all, which is like very nice. Again, because it came from outside, and they probably brought over the writers to complete their work. So, unfortunately, it's getting canceled. Sucks for the actors, but I'm sure they'll land on their feet. They did great here, and it was very enjoyable. In this season, we're getting to see Icicle Junior um, realize his powers, and they've tied Icicle and Icicle Junior's powers to, if I'm saying this correctly, Niflheim, which is where the ice giants are from,
Hmm.
in Norse mythology,
Mm.
which I know about because I had just recently finished playing God of War,
That's how
which
you
was
go there.
really exactly. So it was really awesome that that's where their powers are kind of from, because they even mentioned it in the show when the grandparents were talking, and they were like, "This is a blessing from like the Nephilim or whatever, something like that." And I thought it was really cool. So shout outs. They had some good stuff in this series. So, and that is it for all my news. Um, Alrighty, let us end this fine episode of a podcast. So, final thoughts, gentlemen.
Uh, I go to San Diego next weekend. I'm looking forward
Nice.
to my little trip. You know, I work really hard. I've been working really hard these past couple months trying to save up to move out. So I'm really looking forward to this little vacay with my girl. You know, see San Diego with her
I've never
family.
seen San Diego, so let me know
Yeah,
how it is.
I'll
I've
let you
always wanted to
know. I'll
go.
let you know.
That's where
Uh,
the biggest Comic Con is held. So,
yeah. So I've been there once, but I haven't really like explored. So you know, we're gonna take her brother surfing, which I feel like is the worst time because it's cold as fuck right now. It was raining today,
yeah.
but you know, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do our thing, and you know, I'm looking forward to it.
I've
This
heard
weekend is gonna
from
be
people
popping.
who've gone to California, like the bigger cities like LA or like San Francisco or San Diego. Everybody always says like San Diego is like the best. So I've always wanted to visit. So I got to try that one day.
I'll let you know next week or next week because I might not be here next episode.
Yep. Let us know definitely.
Hmm.
Um, Dan, final thoughts.
I talked about a lot in this episode. I feel
Yeah,
like
we did.
we laughed, we learned, we
Hmm.
loved.
Yeah.
Well, put that munfin away.
Okay.
Chill.
There it is.
All right. So I guess that's your final
That's
thoughts.
I got nothing else to say.
Um, my final thoughts. I'm excited for Green Lantern. I'm excited for what's coming with Henry Cavill and Superman and the DCEU. I'm excited for James Gunn and see what he's got cooking for the direction with the DC Studios. I'm excited for a lot of things. There's a lot of amazing content that we'll be getting um, from Warner Brothers Discovery. So I'm excited for all that, and I'm praying. I'm praying it's all good. I really am. So, and it's gonna be a while before we get Game of Thrones.
And
So
Liam Hemsworth, I hope you fucking do justice. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Also,
I hope he
Liam
does
Neeson,
good.
thank you.
It's not his father, but okay.
I never
Um,
said it was
well, I don't know why you saying
because I said Liam, but I thought of Liam Neeson. I wanted to
that.
thank the
Okay.
man.
Thank you for listening.
I
Okay.
just want to say, we love you too, Inferno Killer Fox. Shout out for making like almost every episode. You're the
Yeah.
best, number one fan. Hugs and kisses,
There you go. You're getting
baby.
hugs from him now.
Yep.
If you like what you hear from us on social media, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, rate, and comment below. Like and subscribing is free for you to do, and it helps us out immensely. Go check out the Los Wise Guys website. And as always, thank you for listening, checking us out, and have a great week.